perspective too. Watch this. See if the arms actually come out. As we were saying before, it is kind of still in its first build, so that's why it looks so sort of basic, but it's still pretty cool. Next up, we got the shield, which you can use with the second ability. You also notice that it goes on the left arm, and that's because it's one of his 2 combat abilities, the second one being in the 3rd spot, which is the Rainbow Knife. This version of Rainbow Defender is unique because you can actually use both at the same time. Again, pretty basic version of the suit right now because it is still in its first form. We don't really plan to modify it at all anytime soon, so we're going to come back to it, at a future date. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the second nanotech suit, Iron Prism. Iron Prism is crafted in a pretty similar way to the Rainbow Defender suit, uses titanium as well as glass pieces, and he works completely differently. Because he's supposed to be a combination of a nanotech Iron Man type character and an archer, he actually has gauntlets that can fire arrows. The Iron Prism movement is similar to the Rainbow Defender movement, but it doesn't have that top speed. He's supposed to be more of a precision-based combat type rather than a fast-moving Iron Man. The main feature we're going to be looking at is the arrows and firing the different types of arrows. These are all the arrows we have currently. The basic arrow, the diamond arrow, the explosive arrow, the healing arrow, the ender pearl arrow, and the knockback arrow. Each of these arrows has a different crafting recipe, but to make them, have to start by making the basic arrows. They're relatively easy to make. You just need normal arrows, some iron, and some blue dye. Once you have the basic arrows, you can then start moving into the more advanced ones, like the diamond arrows. The diamond arrows are basically the high damage arrows. Then you have the explosive ones, which obviously blow stuff up. The healing ones, which obviously give regeneration and healing. The ender pearl arrows, which teleport you to the spot where you shot them, and the knockback arrows, which push enemies back. So how exactly do you add the arrows to the suit? What might be confusing when you first look at the powers is that the top spot is actually locked, and that's because in order to load the arrows in, you have to crouch to unlock the power. You can then press the top ability to start loading all the arrows into the suit. And by holding the last ability, you can scroll and cycle between all the different arrow types. Because we loaded in just basic arrows, I'm going to scroll until I find the basic arrows. To unload the arrows, in case you loaded the wrong type, or you just need them back for some reason, you can just scroll to the arrow that you want to unload from your suit, and then just press your first ability. By tapping the 4th ability, you activate the aim function, which actually places the arrows into the gauntlet. Now all I have to do is right-click at my targets. You can also rapid-fire them, which is pretty cool. And you can collect them back if you manage to be the first one to pick them up. Now let's try a different arrow. So let's go back to our arrow list. So once again, we're going to hold these, we're going to crouch, and press the top button to load them all in. And you know what, while we're at it, let's just load all the arrows in. So once again, hold X and scroll until you find the explosive arrow, which is this one. Tap F to aim, and then right-click. Definitely is going to go through some reworks, but that's currently how it works.
Darcy, catch.
Oh, is that the knockback arrow?
Yeah.
What's cool about that one too is it actually makes a piston noise when you hit the person with it. You can just have the aim enabled while you switch arrows, which is also really helpful of knowing which one you're switching to. The other feature he has for combat is his vibranium sword. Iron Prism actually reaches into his chest and pulls out the handle of the vibranium sword. This thing is awesome. The only thing we still need to add to it is like a good animation with better combat.
And if you crit, it does 13.5.
Which is really good. We're also planning on doing some major reworks to Iron Prism for the start of the upcoming Enhanced season, though expect a bunch of his features to be changed or improved drastically in the coming months. Next up, we got the nuclear fusion power represented by Emberhail. You might be able to guess by looking at the suits that they are very heavily inspired by Firestorm. To get the nuclear fusion power is probably, honestly, one of the most dangerous. What you need to do is you need to get blown up by TNT while being in lava.
You want fire resistance?
Yeah, sure. The easiest way to probably do it is with fire resistance. That way you don't actually die. So now that I'm sitting in lava...
Fire in the hole.
Hey! So by combining the TNT with the lava, you get nuclear fusion. With the nuclear fusion powers, you can basically control fire. The main feature, like Firestorm, is the fire-propelled flight, which looks pretty cool with the particles. You know, the basic Palladium flight with a cool fire trail. I really like the flame particles as well. Then it has 2 other abilities. The first one is the fireball throws. They actually do a lot of damage. They're a little bit harder to hit because they're kind of slow, but that's kind of why they do so much damage, right? It makes up for it in the damage that it does. The second ability is the fire beam, which is kind of like a flamethrower. is a lot weaker, but you can set your enemies on fire for a lot longer. It's also quite a bit easier to hit. You can also set nearby blocks on fire.
You also have fire aspect on your fists, so when you hit people, you'll light them on fire.
There's also one more hidden ability we didn't mention.
You also notice on the sidebar, you have a little bit of an energy bar that grows as you take damage. Let's see if we can get that all the way up. Tell me when yours is full.
Yep, mine's getting there, mine's getting there.
Mine's all the way.
Mine is as well.
And I'm not sure if you'll notice, but there's a third ability that just unlocked.
This last ability is the nuclear energy release. Oh my god. So the nuclear energy release basically is a large explosion that lights the entire area on fire and does monstrous damage. Oh my god. Her powers actually get disabled when you're in water. So I actually can't do any of them since I'm swimming. This also applies to rain as well.
If you find some shade, though, you'll still be able to use them.
Yep. Lastly, let's go over the suits. It's made of magma cream, copper, and fabrics. Again, very heavily inspired by Firestorm. The Tier 2 suit is drastically different. It's actually made of titanium gold, so it's way more resistant and, honestly, a lot brighter and a lot better looking. The next power we're going to go over is the Naptergy power and the character Power Nap. Power Nap is way different than all the other suits for a number of reasons.
It's unique because the superpower still needs the suit to be used, so the powers go hand in hand with the suit.
Right. See, Power Nap is really supposed to be what I would call a sleeping Kryptonian. Definitely Kryptonian levels of strength, if not slightly below. But her powers, instead of coming from the sun, are based on sleep.
So to obtain Naptergy powers, you're going to need to kill 5 phantoms with the strength potion effect, and then take a nap.
You actually need potions of strength 2. Now all I gotta do is sleep. And there we go.
There you
You'll
go.
notice a bit of a weird effect for a second, and that's your powers activating.
Oh boy, I can't wait to use my powers.
Oh! The reason Hertz just exploded is because these powers need the suit for them to function properly. The suit itself is actually very difficult to craft. Power Nap's suit is called the REM containment suit. And the REM containment suit requires not only titanium and titanium gold, but also bits of vibranium. As Power Nap, you draw your power from taking naps and just sleeping in general. So you might be thinking, oh, I have to wait, until it's nighttime to get power. That's actually incorrect because her main feature is the ability to sleep anywhere at any time. So if I go ahead and press the bottom button, I will take a power nap. You'll see as I wake up from the nap, the charge goes up significantly. To get the full benefits from Power Nap's powers, you need to take as many naps as you can to fill up your bar. So we're gonna go ahead and take a number of naps here. As long as your bar isn't empty, you get every single buff that Power Nap has to offer. Firstly, it has normal hovering flight, but it also has really fast sprint flight. Because she's like a sleeping Kryptonian, she hits really, really hard. 21 for a base hit. Let's crit. 31.5 for a crit.
No way.
You also get access to her ranged attack, which is the beam. So if I go ahead and press the top button, from the chest piece, a powerful beam emerges and has some really, really good range. As I'm using this beam, the energy bar is dropping rapidly. And once that bar reaches 0, Power Nap loses all of her base features. Another thing you also lose when you run out of energy is resistance. Power Nap has a ridiculous amount of resistance and damage. She loses all of that when she doesn't have enough energy. And that's all the features that Power Nap has for now. We're definitely going to be adding more to her once we start the new season, but those will come in time. Next up, we're going to take a look at Cosmic Enhancement from Captain Kaiza. Captain Kaiza is based on Captain Marvel and has a lot of the same abilities you would see Captain Marvel with. To get Cosmic Enhancement, what you have to do is die while holding a Nether Star core, and it will act like a Totem of Undying, save you, and give you the power. The Nether Star core is extremely expensive. You need a Nether Star and 8 vibranium ingots.
Not cheap at all.
No. In fact, one of the most expensive things, probably the most expensive power that we have to date. And after that explosion, you can see on the right-hand side, I now have the Cosmic Enhancement power. The Cosmic Enhancement power requires you to activate what's called binary mode to use the abilities. The binary mode is your second ability here on the bottom. So by pressing my second ability, I get completely consumed with this layer of light, like Captain Marvel does. And now that the binary mode is toggled, I have the full benefits of her flight. It's got a really cool looking trail. It's a little bit wonky with the tracking, with the Palladium flight, but it looks really, really cool. Kodak did a good job with replicating it as much as possible. Again, it's really the actual Palladium flight that bugs me the most. Just kind of like the rotations and everything. Overall, it looks very, very nice. Another thing that you might have noticed by now is that when your binary mode is active, you actually are losing energy. And just like Power Nap, once you completely run out of energy, your powers get disabled. And you can also set things on fire. So she hits for about 10 damage and then 15 on crits. The top ability on the list is the Cosmic Beam. By holding the top ability, you have a really powerful ranged attack that you can use on enemies. That also drains your bar a lot. So what I actually have to do now that I've run out of energy is toggle my binary form off so it can recharge. Kaiza also has one more feature. I'm gonna go ahead and fly straight at you. Oh! Yeah, only I died from that?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to go. In fact, you're not even supposed to take damage from it. I don't know if it's because I'm without the suit. The Captain Kaiza's suit is actually pretty easy to craft. All you need is fabric and magma cream, and a little bit of gold. Basically, you can just fly through mobs and players to blow them up. It's a really, really cool feature, actually. It's just a little bit wonky at the moment. The next power we're going to go over is the Breacher powers from Vibe Man.
Technically, it's named Warp Wave Manipulation, but I think Breacher's just way easier.
You might recognize it as Cisco Ramon's powers in the Flash TV series. We initially didn't have this power in our mod, but we were able to just add it in here before release. And Hertz did an awesome job with it in a very short period of time.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So to get Vibeman's powers, you're going to actually need a father box, but these can't be crafted. You have to find them naturally in the world. And if you press this button, it'll take us right there.
Ooh.
So this is try not to step on the magma. This is the Apocalyptic Ruins structure. And you'll see these as big arcs of netherrack with magma and lava around them. And to find the father box, all you need to simply do is break open some of the netherrack. Inside you'll find a father box. So if you want to grab that right for us. Mm-hmm. Holding the father box, you'll notice that you actually get to use some of its power. If you hold shift and then right click, you'll open up a breach menu. And from here, you can actually open up boom tubes / breaches to any location just by editing the coordinates by clicking buttons. You could load and save waypoints, and it works across dimensions. And you'll have access to some of Vibeman's powers just through the father box. But if you want to actually get the full suite of powers, I'll need to do something a little explosive.
Oh boy. Should I be staying this close?
That's fine. Hold the father box. You actually have his powers now.
I haven't seen these textures yet. They look really good.
But all props to Flash on that one. You did insane work. As a breacher, you have a whole new suite of abilities. Right off the bat, if you press your fourth ability, you'll have access to the same breach UI that you had through the father box. Opening the breach UI, press import current coordinates for me.
So by clicking import current coordinates, I've now saved the exact coordinates that I'm standing on, which you can also see by mousing over the active coordinates tab. So once I have my coordinates set, I can open a breach to the coordinates that I just saved. You first have to press the first ability to start using your powers, then press the second ability to open the portal to your coordinates. And that opens a portal to the coordinates we saved.
Oh, just as it was closing.
Yep. By far the coolest ability, I think, in this entire pack.
In the SMP, Vibeman actually has red breaches and red powers, so I reflected that by allowing us to have red breaches, red particles.
Which is awesome. The current coordinates I had was what, like right over here somewhere, right?
Yeah, around here.
If I want to change what I have saved, I can simply add different amounts to it or subtract different amounts of those coordinates based on all of these blocks. So let's say I want it to be 10 blocks higher than where I currently had it. So since your y-axis is here, is kind of your height, I'm going to go ahead and do y plus 10. And by looking at the active coordinates, you'll see that we just added 10 to the y coordinate. So if I open a new breach, it should be 10 blocks higher. Let's see. And there it is. This idea was completely created by Kodak, but improved upon by Hertz quite a bit.
I'm actually really happy with how it came out, though. This was an absolute blast to remake. We haven't even gone over all of it yet. There's still more.
So to save a waypoint, click Save Waypoint here, this bed at the top, to whatever coordinates you're currently set to. Let's say I want to save this waypoint to my second slot. Let's say I'm going to set my second waypoint right here for when we're done. I'm going to import my current coordinates. Now that I have this as the active ones, I'm going to save it. Now this spot is saved in my second waypoint on my menu. So all you have to do is click on whatever waypoint you want to go to, and that will instantly change what your active waypoint is set to. Top ability, then second ability, to open the breach, right to where I set it.
The third ability is actually one that I had a lot of fun adding back. It was the concussion ability. In the Flash CW show, Vibe ends up being able to use his blasts to almost hold a speedster in place. So we added that back with the ability of the concussion beam. Or he's not going to be able to move, it makes him vibrate around.
Yep.
And it's just a temporary kind of hold this guy in place ability. So you aim with your first ability, and then you use the concussion beam with your third ability. There you go. I can't move.
But that's not the only ranged attack that he has, right?
Just by aiming your arm, and if you right click, you have a just very simple blast with your beam. No, it's very powerful. But if you're a little peaceful guy, you don't want to do that much damage. Well, we actually have the ability to adjust how much it does. With the last ability, you could actually control the intensity of your beams. So just by pressing and holding the button and using the scroll wheel on your mouse, you can actually switch between the intensities. There's low intensity, which does 3 damage. There's medium intensity, which does 6. And then high intensity, which does 10.
Another thing that I really like is that it does look to be a little bit bigger. Is that right?
Yes, it does change size as you change the intensity.
Amazing, dude. And it is by far the coolest power. Like you, Kodak, and Flash, you guys all did an amazing job with it. It's so cool. So Vibeman's armor is actually pretty simple to craft. Leather, gold, and fabrics. Again, it sort of resembles the CW Flash Cisco Ramon armor. Personally, my favorite power in the whole mod.
I think that's everything about the power. Oh, I didn't show. You could right click with the father box to open a boom tube.
So the boom tubes basically does the same thing, but just the portal part of it, right?
Yeah.
The final power we're going to be looking at is connected to its own unique mod as well, which is releasing alongside this. So what we're going to do as we go over this power is we're going to explain how dampened works and how it ties directly to this power. This power is the power negation from the character Dead Zone. The power negation ability dampens and negates anyone's abilities temporarily.
So to become Dead Zone, you're first going to need to find his signature weapon, the dagger. It's inspired by Cicada's dagger from the Flash CW TV show, and you have to find it in the world somewhere. You press this button. It'll take us to a little underground chamber where this chest around 00 contains the power negation dagger. The dagger itself does some pretty good damage, even though it has a really small range on it. It does about 3 hearts of damage.
You'll also notice that the dagger gives 2.5 minutes of several power dampening effects. And we're going to go over all those here shortly.
So once you have the dagger, you're going to need to craft a dampening block.
To make a dampening block, you need a bunch of blocks of titanium, a vibranium circuit, and a nether star fragment. The nether star fragments are made just by smelting a nether star. Once you have the dampening block, all you have to do is break it with the power negation dagger, which will cause an explosion and will fill your body with all of the necessary attributes to become Dead Zone. So now I'm just going to go ahead and punch this for like 5 minutes.
There you go.
You'll be blind temporarily as the power enters your system, and when the darkness lifts, you will be Dead Zone. Dead Zone is very heavily inspired by Cicada, but kind of takes his powers to a brand new level. Now that you have the power, not only does the dagger dampen people, but also your powers naturally dampen people. If you remember from the Redstone Meg segment, he can actually activate his suit with the top ability. So this is a great way to visualize what exactly Dead Zone can do.
When you activate Dead Zone's last ability, it'll dampen every player in a 20 block radius around you. So as you see, my suit powered off, some particles went over to him. I'm dampened for 20 seconds so long as I stay near him. And you could basically run me down. I'm essentially defenseless now. You get a variety of bonuses from dampening people around you. If you're going up against a team of enhanced, you're going to need every edge you could get. And every single player that you successfully dampen around you gives you 1 additional heart and a couple additional armor points.
Basically, the idea is that when Dead Zone's dampening is active, you basically have to run. Otherwise, you're not going to survive, because he's negated all of your abilities. So once you exit his radius, countdown starts from 20. See, the idea for Dead Zone is that he's supposed to dampen as many people as he can, and then tag as many people as he can, preventing them from escaping. Because once he tags them with the knife, they get 2 full minutes of dampening. But if he doesn't manage to tag them with the knife and they can escape his radius, they can catch him while he's on cooldown. There's not really much you can do. Even if there's a team of like everyone we talked about so far, when Dead Zone walks in the room and dampens all of you, you're kind of screwed. Let's go over the rest of the abilities that he has, starting with the second one, which is the shield. Dead Zone creates like a cloud of energy around him. And you can see it actually follows where you're looking. Basically channeling all of that dampening power to shield and block any and all powers that may come your way. And because Dead Zone canonically has super strength, he can also jump really, really high. Check this out. By holding down the third ability, you can jump extremely high. But this is where the suit actually comes in handy, because even though the suit isn't much more than just kind of a cloth suit, right? It actually does have one benefit, and that is a gliding suit. So when Dead Zone jumps, you tap the spacebar, the wingsuit unfolds, and you can glide. This allows Dead Zone to have some pretty decent movement if he needs to escape. He can also glide pretty far if you have the right angle. And the last thing that you'll notice is a fourth ability that's locked, and that is actually a shadow form, similar to Phantom Knight's. In order to charge it, you actually have to deal damage with the dagger. And when your bar fills up enough, you can then activate it. Again, it works just like Phantom Knight's. It doesn't last for very long. It's not meant to. It's just meant to be like a quick way you can escape. So now that we've covered all of the main powers, we have to talk about the actual dampening mod, which is required for Dead Zone to work. And we're gonna have Hertz do that since he created the mod.
Each of these different blocks adds a certain dampening effect to the player. This one here is specifically targeted towards dampening dark matter abilities and dampening genetic mutations. So speedsters like Speedburst, who get their powers from dark matter, would lose their ability to run around, use any abilities around this block.
Just to showcase this, I've given myself my speed back for a second. Watch what happens when I step into this radius. Boom. Power is completely gone. It also gives me 2 new effects, dark matter dampening and genetic mutation suppression.
But if you notice, I'm in the redstone mech suit. This isn't dampening me because I'm a tech-based suit. So I draw my powers from technology, not dark matter or genetic mutation. So I can still use all my abilities, still throw all of these, and it works just fine. But if we take a look at this block, this is the EMP jammer. I mean, you could already see I stepped into the radius. My suit loses all powers. I can't do anything. I can't even fly. It depowers me. Any other powers, such as magic powers, dark matter, genetic mutations, they could still be used around this. So knowing your opponent's power source, knowing where they draw their power from is very important to properly use these. And then last but not least, we have the magic rune. I still need a new texture for this. Hexios and other beings that draw their power from magic will get dampened around this. All of these are powered by redstone, so you could have complex contraptions, a whole prison based around powering and depowering certain cells.
Right, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing with it in the upcoming enhanced season.
So all of these blocks are just for area of effect. They dampen people indiscriminately in a radius, not caring too much about, who the individual is. But what if you had a vendetta against someone? What if you really wanted to make someone's day ruined? Well, handcuffs, belts, collars for dampening, all your dampening needs. Each of them say which specific power they dampen, and they also have keys associated with them so that you can unlock certain handcuffs, lock handcuffs.
So each of them is created using either titanium or vibranium. You also need nether star fragments for all of them because they are quite powerful devices. Let's say Hertz wants to dampen my powers. Hertz would use the dampening handcuffs because the dampening cuffs dampen dark matter, like my speed.
You can't just slap handcuffs on someone. You got to get them a little bit lower on health before you do that. Once your opponent or target is on 2 hearts of health or lower, make sure the handcuffs are active by shift right clicking with them, and then take your target and right click them with the cuffs. As you can see, he is dampened with dark matter. He loses his speed. He gets mining fatigue as well.
And now there's nothing I can do. My powers are completely gone. I can't really go anywhere or do anything. There's not really much else I can do unless I'm unlocked by the key. You may be wondering where exactly it is, and that's because it goes right to the Kyros menu. It actually takes up a slot in there. If I go ahead and hold shift on it, I can see that it is currently active and is linked to a key. So I'm locked in handcuffs, but I want to try to take them off, right? Let's see. Let me just try to rip them off real quick. I cannot take them off because the cuffs are active. The only way to unlock them is with a key. Keys which you can bind directly to the items that you make them with. To bind a key to it, you just craft it with a blank key. But for now, Hertz is using the creative master key to just unlock everything.
All you got to do is right click on people with the key, and he gets his powers back.
The same goes for all the other objects, right? So while I'm at 2 hearts, you may as well try it.
Let's say my intel was wrong and I thought you got your powers from genetic mutations.
Right.
Just throw this on you.
So now I've got the dampening collar on, and it is active. So you might be wondering, why do I still have my speed? Because this only suppresses genetic mutations and not dark matter, like a speedster. Even though this is active and on me, it's not working. If your intel is bad, or you use the wrong device to try to dampen someone, it's not gonna work. The dampening handcuffs, which dampens dark matter, will dampen the powers of the speed force, electrokinesis, umbrakinesis, the breacher powers, and power negation. Yes, you can dampen the dampener. The dampening collar for genetic mutations disables the powers of the gamma radiation and thunder crash, not current though, just thunder crash, ember hail, power nap, and Captain Kaiser. The tech dampening belt dampens redstone mech suits, the nanotech suits, and the speed burst double jump, since it is tech-based. The golden kryptonite handcuffs currently don't dampen anything on this list, because we don't have Kryptonians in yet, but we'll probably add that somewhere down the line. The last one we didn't mention is the magic dampening ones, which dampen the powers of those like Hexios. And that's not even everything we have so far for the RZ Multiverse add-on. We're also working on a series of powers for the upcoming season of our enhanced SMP, including Thor, a lantern ring, and so much more. These powers are all still in development and are now live exclusively for my active patrons. If you want to see where all these characters come from and enjoy Marvel and DC lore, check out the enhanced SMP. And if you want to learn more about the progress of our new powers, check out our Palladium Superhero Survival Series.
Meet the new context-sensitive properties panel in Premiere Pro. The go-to tools you need when and where you need them. Easily modify and apply settings across one or multiple tracks, all in one intuitive panel. Try it now.
If you could imagine your ideal way of working, what would it look like? Monday.com can make it your reality. With Monday.com, every business, no matter the industry or size, can simply work better. Monday.com adapts to every team's needs and connects to...
We've coded a custom lantern ring for our 1.20.1 Superhero Survival Series, and we're going to go over how the powers work and how it will be used for the future of our server. The Orange Lantern Ring is one of many new powers that will be joining our upcoming Enhanced SMP season, and makes for a great addition to our Superhero Multiverse add-on. I'll start by showing you guys how he's already made an impact on our world, and then we'll break down his powers. And if you're new, my friends and I are playing custom-coded superheroes in modded survival Minecraft. So if you like content based on Marvel, DC, and more, make sure to subscribe to keep up with our series and the RZ Superhero Multiverse, which, if all goes well, should be released to the public next week. Now, let's take a look at the Orange Lantern. By adding Orange Lantern, we've now added our second villain to the server. And just for full immersion, I sort of didn't tell anybody that the villains were coming, which is what led to this.
Yeah, you're always saying how you can, like, tell your way back. What the heck?
Oh! Oh, look out!
Is he attacking us?
It's a lantern?
The nerve.
Orange Lantern!
Who do you think you are?
He has a mace! Oh!
Oh my gosh, that hurt.
Hey, you stupid zombie. Here's a shield.
Bro, I forgot how to use my powers. There we go.
Nice, nice. I just arced my lightning.
Okay.
Did you see that? I've never done that before. Oh. Oh my god. Dude, he just 3.5 hearts a hit.
You gotta get him in like one spot.
Oh!
Is he leaving?
Wait, I gotta try to catch up. No, please. I need to fade, so I'm stuck.
I lost him.
Yeah.
I can't see him.
I lost him too.
What the heck was he doing in my base? Was he stealing my stuff?
I don't know. What stuff did you have in there?
I don't have a ton of items, but still.
What's the... I've never seen an orange lantern. What's the deal with an orange lantern?
Oh, I don't know. There's like, Aid was like red and blue.
Blue is hope and red was like anger.
I know green is will.
Will, okay. So what's orange then?
Isn't it greed? Oh, he was stealing my stuff because he's greedy. That bastard.
And now that we've seen the orange lantern in action, let's take a step back to see how he actually works. To properly showcase this, I'm going to temporarily travel to the villain's main headquarters, which is a massive city just south of the spawn. For those of you who may be confused, we actually pre-generated this city before we started this world, since our plan is to use it as the villain's main HQ of the Enhanced SMP Season 3. You guys are going to be playing 2 of the main villain characters this season.
Never do that again.
We might have to recast splits.
Yeah, please. The skin looked horrible without the rest of it, please. Yeah, that's my power, bro. I scream at people.
So Ryu will be playing an alien orange lantern.
Oh, this looks sick. Oh, I have the ring on. Oh, look at the ring.
If you know anything about orange lanterns, and by orange lanterns, I mean the one and only orange lantern, we thought it would be best to, you know, have it actually be an alien.
It's meant to be a bat, but
it's like an alien kind of like bat-like creature. You know, because it's based on greed, what you actually need to charge the energy based on what's in your inventory.
What?
This is being broke. So if you turn off your suit, yep, you deconstruct, you'll notice that with a diamond in your inventory, your energy should begin charging.
My greed bar.
So as your greed bar goes up, your powers start to unlock.
Oh my god!
So when holding another star, your greed goes up ridiculously fast.
Is he a bat goblin?
Can we drop the goblin and bat stuff? We already gone over the appearance long enough, okay? The memes, no!
Well, just for that, why don't you test out your ability? The mace!
Not on me! Not on me!
So the mace construct is really, really good. With better combat too. You can easily just clap people.
God, that's too.
It dropped me to 2.5 hearts in one hit. Ow.
The Orange Lantern Ring also allows for a ranged projectile attack. Although he excels more in melee combat, he still has at least one way to be able to fight at long range. Aim at splits for calling you ugly, and then you right click.
Nothing happening. Nothing's happening.
Sabri's just printing memes over here.
Am ability appears, but
He also gets a shield, which makes him completely immune, but does drain a lot of energy. He also still has limited movement with the shield, so he doesn't just get completely locked in place. The last feature he has is the ability to toggle the alien form. If you end up getting the Orange Lantern ring, you can just toggle it off if you don't like it. I don't know about you guys, but this power is easily one of my favorites so far, and I'm sure we could maybe build more rings off of this one for the future. Great job by Hertz. So now that we have a few villains on the server, they're gonna start preparing for the start of Season 3, but we won't be without visits from them. In fact, it didn't take long for the Orange Lantern to get greedy, which happened just when Car and I were about to leave to help Blaze with the project. Do you have any name tags?
Well, let me go see.
Oh no. Car?
People taking my stuff.
Look towards my house.
Oh, what?
So that's one of the bad guys, and he's here.
Shoot. All right. Well, let me get something. Let me get a sword. Is he gonna just like show up in my home?
He might. Orange Lanterns are based on greed, so he might be coming for your stuff.
I need to take a nap. I need to be ready.
You need to be ready.
This is gonna become a meme.
Your catchphrase is actually gonna be like, I got my nap in, and I'm ready.
Okay, hold on. I'll try. I'll see if I can do my catchphrase. Here's my last nap. I got my nap in and I'm ready. Oh, is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, shoot. All right, I'm ready.
Oh, shoot, he's going towards my house, actually.
Oh, shoot. I'll meet you over there.
Oh, he's over at Phantom Knight's house.
I have to get closer.
Oh, God, he's actually pretty quick.
Can you lead him over this way?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Grab my shield back. He's pretty, Oh! He's on me!
Oh, he's on you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming.
Turn on my speed for this fight. Huh.
Wait, no. I don't want to get you. Oh, get him.
Nice. Good job. Oh, nice hit. There he goes. Oh my God. Wait, he's going for my stuff. No.
Oh, no.
I don't think so, bud. Come here.
Where is he? Inside?
I'm fighting him in the backyard by my plants.
Oh, I'm coming to the
comboed
backyard.
him. Oh, I got some hits on him. Get out of here.
Wait, I'm trying to come. I'm coming.
Come on, Orange Lantern, let's go. Oh, I hit him with the shield. He's using the shield. Oh, shoot. He hit so hard. Oh, no. Here he goes. Car, you are OP.
Nobody messes with power nap. That's just how it goes. That was exciting.
Yeah, right?
Got like my energy going and my blood's pumping.
Blaze isn't ready.
Oh, okay. Where are we going?
We're going to Blaze's house. It's this way. Earlier, Blaze had asked for our help on a project, and it's going to be one of the biggest things we have on the server to this point. What we didn't know, though, is that the lantern was still hanging around. Oh, lag. What the holy lag?
Yeah, what in the...
Good morning.
What are we watching?
It's just a Cowboy Bebop opening.
Mute this. Not get copyright strike. Every time I walk into like your house or like somewhere where like you and Vitamix have been, someone just goes, I didn't know RZ was a fan of this thing. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's just whatever Blaze and Vitamix put on the TV. I just don't watch anime, so I just don't understand these references. So there's one thing I need to let you know, by the way. We did just encounter Orange Lantern, so he's around.
He's around again? That guy? Can I like lock him up?
I mean, if we can catch him.
Do you know where he is?
I don't think he'll come back for a while.
I made these for a reason.
I don't know if those will work on an Orange Lantern, will they? But how do you dampen a lantern?
I don't know. Make them sad. I don't know. Make them not their emotion.
Do we just like fill him up on stuff? Do we just give him loot?
Like instead of him stealing, like I don't know, you give,
Yeah,
and that stops him right in his tracks. I'm going to be making an arena finally, and I need an absurd amount of items.
I can speed mine. The car can help too.
It's a very sad amount of items though.
Oh shoot, are we talking like 10,000 blocks? Please tell me it's not quartz.
It's not quartz.
Oh, thank God.
I do need a bunch of concrete though.
You know, we can crush stuff at Jab's farm probably. Yeah, we can crush gravel and sand and dye to get like whatever powder you want.
So we're gonna need about 4,000 blocks of concrete powder, black concrete powder, you know? Almost 800 gray concrete. We're gonna need about 2,500 lime concrete. We're gonna need about 450 light gray.
Oh my, wait. That's
just the concrete. Everything else is pretty simple. It's just like stone bricks, walls, about 1,000 each.
Do you already have this like all the dimensions and everything laid out?
It's going to be in a schematic, and so I did this in creative, and I just made a schematic for it so I can like gather all the materials here.
So what should we start by getting?
You can look at the checklist here.
Oh my God.
I can show you what the finished product is. Oh my gosh, he's right here.
He's right there. Car the lantern's back.
Oh, where's he at?
He's right here.
Yeah, I'll take him out. Wait, outside?
Yep, he's flying around outside on the ice.
Ow?
Oh, shoot.
Why does he have so much defense?
He ran away the second I come over there. Like, no. Let me get the zombie real quick, though.
He's scared of you. He knows how strong you are. Oh!
Ow.
Oh, shoot! Hold on, we got you.
He takes like no damage.
I got him. I'll revive him.
I'm trying to find him. Where'd he go?
There we go. I think he dipped.
Yeah, good thing he dipped, because he was about to get clapped again.
Yeah, he's strong. He's really strong. I was trying to hit him, but I kept sliding on the ice. That was not helping my speed.
Well, like I was gonna say before we got rudely interrupted, I can go show you the finished product, like with the schematic. You should just be able to see me as soon as you get that. You see, I see you.
Oh, wow. This is huge. I can't see the actual blocks, but I can see the size of it.
Maybe it's because you don't have the file. Probably.
Yeah, but yeah, actually, that actually probably is what it is. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of dirt either, but I forgot my freaking shovel burned when I died in the lava.
I need a new pickaxe. Mine got like erased from existence.
We both lost a lot of things last episode.
Indeed, we did.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me. I freaking see him again. He's at Hexios's house. It's like on the roof.
Well, to the roof I need to go.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, no, I see him. I got him. I got you. There you go.
Nice.
Nah, this guy's too broken.
He's pretty powerful. He is a
It's okay,
lantern.
but he runs away from me, though, so...
He's just targeting me.
Here, just stay in your car. I'm faster, so I can just outspeed him. Blaze can't, because Blaze's thing is being a tank.
So what do we need? Just, like, dirt and stuff?
Yep, we need lots of dirt. I'm just getting as much dirt as I can get. There's my shovel.
I think the main concern is getting all of the dye. Like, I can go start on the black dye.
Oh my god,
Where you
Blaze.
can, like, super speed swim.
Yes, I can super speed swim now. I guess it sort of makes sense because, like, I can, like, move my legs and arms really fast. Yeah, I don't know why so many spawn in Helios's river, but it's definitely nice for right now.
I also might need to build, like, a dome because when it's, like, snows, I think that would be annoying.
Yeah, it will be annoying. Blaze has managed to make a lot of progress on this build, and he's planning to upload his perspective on what this turns into pretty soon. So make sure to check out his channel for that. Also, we're planning on releasing RZ's Superhero Multiverse to the public next week. And I really want to thank you guys for how patient and supportive you've been throughout this whole process. I promise you guys, you're going to love it. I'm going to release a massive video next week explaining how to do everything, because there's actually going to be a ton of new stuff that hasn't been covered anywhere. It's also going to include Dampened, but it won't include some of the newer suits, like the Orange Lantern. That's going to stay exclusive to my patrons, and will be the first in a series of suits that will be completely exclusive until this entire new section of the pack is done.
Here.